Hi everyone, how are you all going? So here we are for mat Pilates number 8. I'm actually filming this from sunny, or not so sunny, Upway in Melbourne. This is while I'm down here for our daughter's 18th. So no wonderful, beautiful beach scenery, no trees and all that sort of stuff unless I go outside where it's freezing cold and wet. So I'm not. Anyway, I'm going to do something a little bit different. You may have heard of it. You may have even experienced it in some of your classes that you've done. This is called wall Pilates. Now I keep seeing little things of it and I've wanted to try it out and see how it feels. So this is going to be an experience for me as well as for you guys. So let me know, please give me some feedback afterwards on how you found the class, what you enjoyed, what you didn't, what you found difficult, how certain things feel and all that sort of stuff compared to the way we would usually do it. So it's still a mat Pilates class. However, you are going to need a wall. Okay, so you will be able to sort of move it, make it a little bit different if you need to. All the exercises are pretty much the same. So just think about your space. If you don't have a space that you can use, and you really only need about this much space, okay? If you don't have a space like that that you can use, then follow the exercises without the wall, obviously. Okay, so we're going to start standing up. We're going to do a little bit of standing stuff and then we'll go down onto the floor. So ready? Stand up nice and tall. Make sure your positioning is correct so you have your feet directly underneath those hip bones so that you're lifting right up. Belly button gently drawing back, engaging that pelvic floor and all those deep core muscles there. And then we're just going to roll the shoulders gently back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's take those arms and float them up. And breathing out, floating them back down. And again, up. And back down again. Good. Just the shoulders this time, lifting them towards the ears. And lower down. And again. And back down. Good. Drop your chin to the chest now and just slowly roll yourself down towards the floor, letting those arms just hang underneath you. And take a breath in when you get as far as you can and then breathe out. Slowly unroll it. Make sure you draw that belly button back first and unroll until you are standing up nice and tall again. Let's go. Breathing out all the way down. Arms and neck relaxed. Breathing in. And breathing out as you come back up and stand up tall. Feel yourself lift from your hips. Let's go once more. Deep breath out. Breathing in and breathing out as we come back up. Good. Now, as we have a wall, I'm going to get you to face it. And you're going to be standing only about 1 foot from that wall, so 30 centimeters or so from the wall, so that you can have your elbows bent when your hands are on the wall, because I don't want you leaning for the wall. If you stand too far back, this is your position. Okay, so we're going to stand up nice and tall, and the hands can just rest, fingertips if you like. And we're just going to rise for 10, 9, 8, 7. Take notice of what your ankles are doing as you move, keeping them steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep your hands where they are. Take a nice big step backwards and let your chest sink down towards the floor. See if you can get your head between your arms. If you need to, step back a little bit more. If it's too much on the back of the legs there, just give those knees a little bend, that's okay. And we're going to lift the right heel and we're going to change to the left and right and left. Keep that chest sinking. We're lengthening out the spine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower both heels. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Take a step in, arch your back so you try and get that little stretch through the spine and come back to your standing position. Good. All right. I'm going to get you to turn around now. Place your heels against the wall and then your bum. Good. And then your head. So what we want to do is think about our bum making contact, seeing about drawing that belly button back and getting that lower back as close as we can. Feeling the center of the back on the wall, shoulder blades on the wall. And then if we tuck the chin back, we don't want to do this, okay? You should be looking directly in front of you and tuck the chin back till the head reaches the wall. So I'm going to take a small step forward with my feet just for balance, okay? So just about half a foot step forward, okay? And now I feel just a little bit more balanced here, okay? So feet are still about hip distance apart. I want you to place your hands against the wall with your palms facing forward, and we're going to lift the shoulders and lower. And I want you to feel the shoulder blades running up and down the wall. 2 more. And last one. Good. From here, we're going to lift those arms out to the side, around into a door handle. Okay, and then we're going to bend those elbows. So we are in a cactus position. I'm trying to keep my hands on the wall, my elbows in contact with the wall and my shoulder blades. And we're going to bring the arms forward in front and open. 1 and 2. Now I want you to keep that upper back on the wall. I don't want you to feel it pulling away, so we don't want to push the chest forward. Let's do 5 and 4 and 3. And you're opening that chest right up by bringing the arms all the way to the wall. Lengthen out. Take the arms down and lift the shoulders up. 1, sliding those out back of the hands along the wall. 3, 2 more. 4, 1 more. 5, good. Taking the arms up and straight out to the side, elbows, arms on the wall. Bend those elbows into your cactus position. And again, we bring it in and pull out. 1 and 2. Don't let that chest pull away from the wall. 2 more. And last one, bring it right back to the wall and we'll take it all the way down. Good job. Okay. We're going to take the feet out probably a little bit wider than your mat, with your toes still pointed forward and still leaning against that wall. Okay, arms are out to the side again, sitting back on the wall. So this is your neutral position, okay? Whenever we come back to the top, this is where we're going to be. So I'm going to take my right hand across to my left foot, and I'm going to come forward, keeping my butt in contact with the wall the whole time, and then open. Let's do the same side again. We're coming down. 1 and 2, making sure we stand up tall each time, and 3. Just go as far as you can coming down. You don't have to get all the way to the toes. 1 more. Good. Let's go the other side. 1, keep that butt on the wall, and 2, bringing it back, head and shoulders making contact with the wall. 3, 4, 1 more, and 5. Good. Okay, I'm going to get you to turn the right foot, that's this one over here, out. And we're going to make a lunge still on that wall so that we're keeping our back upright, okay? Pulling that knee, well, the gravity's helping here. Pull that knee backwards so we can keep that ankle lifted. Okay, this arm, the opposite. So that's the right knee, this is the left arm. We're going to take it and circle it round. 1 and 2 and 3. Keep that butt on the wall. And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Good. Come back to position. Whole time the hips are anchored back on the wall. We're going to push up, turn that foot in, turn the other one out, and slide down into a lunge the other way. Are we ready? We're going to take that arm down and around. 1 and 2. So this shoulder is coming away from the wall a little, but we want to keep the hips anchored, okay? 3, and we're just getting that rotation into the shoulder. And 5. I think. Let's do 1 more because I'm not sure. There we go. And back up and turn the feet in. Arms back down by your side. I want you to roll down or drop your chin down so you can feel your back pressing into the wall. As you roll away, you're going to feel that spine peeling itself off the wall.
And you're going to go down until you're hanging upside down, as low as you can go. Then we're going to try and keep our legs as straight as we can for this one, so we are getting a good stretch right up the back of the legs, behind the knees and down to the feet. Good. Now as we're going to reverse it, we're going to draw the belly button back. We're going to get that little pelvic tilt so that we can try and get that lower back onto the wall first. Then each vertebrae again building itself back up. Okay, you might find a few little spots where it hits the wall and then comes away. That's okay. Our spines aren't completely straight. They do have a curve in them. So we've got to sort of, most importantly, try and get the shoulder blades and that chest open, which might feel odd to you if you're that kind of person, okay? So we're just trying to open up that chest, get those shoulder blades to flatten into the wall. Make sure we keep that contact with our back sides and the back of the head. They're the most important areas, okay? All right, let's bring those feet in. Let's give them a shake. We're gonna get those legs working now. So we're gonna stay standing. And we're going to, again, face the wall. And we're going to take the right leg back behind us and in, okay? So stand up nice and tall, and I want you to try and keep yourself up tall. So even if we come in a little closer, we're going back 1 and 2 and 3. Keeping that leg long the whole time. 5, keep going. 6, pulling up. 7, 8, we're going to hold number 10, which is here, and we're going to try and lift using that hamstring muscle. 1, tap, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring it in, changing legs. Back and 1 and 2. So I'm not swinging my upper body around, and I'm getting that leg to go straight back. And 5, 6, pelvic floor. 7, 8, 9, ready to hold at the back and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring it in. Good. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me properly, because I'm going to take the leg out to the side. Again, standing nice and close so that we can stand up tall, and we'll take it out. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4, pulling right up out of that hip. 7, 8, 9, hold. 10 and tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in. And we're going to do the other leg, so I'm going to turn around. Okay, you can feel those hips and butts working. Tailbone under, out. 1. Keep it low. 3, not up here. We're not ballerinas. We don't have to be for this. Okay, more important that we keep it low and get it right. 4, 3, 2, and hold for tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in. Good. Now you can give it a shake. Rub if you need to. This is where you should be feeling most of that. Perhaps up into the top of the butt muscles there. Hopefully not into your back. Okay, let's shake it out. All right, we're going to take a step forward with the right foot and the left foot back. We're going to come down into our split squat position. And then when we come back up, we're going to take all our weight over the front and back. So I'll just step back a little bit, okay? So we come down into a split squat where our back is upright, and then we come forward. 1 and 2 and 3. Keeping that pelvic floor lifted the whole time. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Deeper you go, the more stressful that'll be on your knees, so just be aware of that. 10, bring it in, change legs. We come back into our split squat and we push. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Pulling up. Don't lift too high. 6, don't put that stress you don't need into your lower back. 8, 9, and 10, and bring it in. Good. Shake it out again. All right, so there's been some good work into those leg and butt muscles now. Let's lean against the wall, take a step forward. Let's roll ourselves down, letting the back relax here, letting the arms and neck relax here. And then we're going to roll back up and stand up tall.
Good. All right, we're going to turn around again and we're going to go straight into some planks here. So you're going to take your hands out in front of your chest to start with, and then out wider than your shoulders, just a little bit, okay? Step forward just a little bit, okay? If you do have any shoulder issues, a door frame is actually, even though it's a little wider, it is actually a really good position if you've got any issues with your shoulders, okay? So even here, you can think about doing a door frame width. I'll do it. Then you don't, I don't cut my head off. Okay, we're going to step back away from the wall and we're straight up on our toes. Now, if I let go of the wall, I am going to face plant, so we're not going to do that. Shoulders are down, chest is open, and we're going to come in for 10 and 9. Now, there should be no pressure in your lower back at all. If there is, you might find that you're letting your hips sag forward. So you're just going to lift those hips a little bit and make sure your pelvic floor is switched on and everything is engaged. Okay, we're going to feel those shoulder blades gently draw towards each other as you come in, as we do our last 3 and 2. We're going to hold number 1 and hold. Good. Now, if you're finding it a little bit difficult on the shoulders or the back to hold this, just release a little. You can always bring your feet in a little closer too. We're going to take the right knee and pull it forward. 1 and 2 and 3. Belly button back. 4, 5. Keep going. 6, 7, 8, feel that upper body working, 9 and 10. You can also feel that core working. Let's release and come back in and pull the other leg. 1, 2, so the butt shouldn't be moving around. That leg pulls forward like you're trying to knee that wall in front of you. Let's do 5 more, and 1 and 2, control. 3, feel that upper back working. 4 and 5. Good. And release and step back in. Good. Give those arms a good shake. Okay, so that was some really good work on control for that lower back and core area. Okay, as well as your upper body. We're going to do some triceps. That's these muscles here, those underarms, those wings. This time, hands directly in front of you, and we're going to take them just inside of those shoulder lines. Now again, if you've got any shoulder issues, I would recommend not, or back, don't step back too far, and perhaps take your hands a little bit wider, okay? But we want to make sure those elbows are pulling down towards the floor. That's the most important thing. Now they're right in front of you, so you can have a look at them. We're going to step away from the wall. Like I said, you don't have to go as far back. This one is a little harder. You do need to be on your toes again, shoulders down, and we push. 1 and 2. Elbows pointing to the floor each time. Take a peek. Don't let that head drop all the way down though, okay? We want to keep that neck in alignment as well. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and hold. Good work. All right, we're just going to hold this one for 5, 4. Pull those elbows down. 2, 1, push out and step in. Good. Did you feel that there? Shake it out. Good. Okay, we're going to head on down to the floor now. Okay. So to do that, we're going to stand again with our feet, but this time we're going to get you to get those heels right against the wall. You're going to do your roll down. Okay, actually you're going to have to come forward a little bit so you don't fall onto your head, unless your bum's not as big as mine, then you might not have as much issue. You're going to roll down. We're going to bend those knees. I've got to come forward. You're going to bend those knees, coming down, keeping that butt on the wall, and then we're going to walk forward from here. Okay, we're going to take a couple of steps forward from here, and then I'm going to get you to actually step your feet back so that they are right at the wall now, okay? You can see I've got the balls of my feet right at the wall, my heels are even touching the wall. Okay, from here I'm going to transfer my weight into a plank. Now if you need to come down to your knees, do so. You can do this on your knees, I'll show you that first, all right? From here, shoulders back, belly button back, we're holding a plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from there, we're going to push that bum up to the ceiling. Heels are on the wall again. Now I'm going to make it a little harder so you can choose which plank you're going to do. We're coming forward and we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Push it up again, push. And for the last one, which plank do you want to do, the easier or the harder? Think about your back, your body, and we hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower the knees and child's pose. Stretch it right out. Good job. Hold it there. All right. Let's turn around. Feet against the wall. Okay, so I've got the tips of my toes, or the balls of my feet, I should say, against the wall here. And I'm going to sit as tall as I can, belly button back. I'm going to make a pistol grip in front of me, remembering I want to bring my upper body back with me when I do my C curve. So let's just do some little ones for 5, 4, focusing on the core, the tummy, 3, shoulders down, last one. Good, now we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to tuck and lean, pushing through that center, bringing the arms with you and lift. We're going to go back again. Feeling those tummy muscles activating. Let's go back and hold this one, and I'm going to get you to open with one arm, bring it in and sit up. And tuck back, use those tummy muscles, open the other arm, turn your body, but keep those hips anchored. Keep your feet nice and still on the wall as well. 1, and lift, and tuck, 2, and back, and lift, and 3, open, and lift, and 4, open and lift. Good. All right, if you need to support your back, then do so. Okay, we are going to come down into or onto the floor. So I'm going to get you to roll yourself all the way down onto your floor. Okay, then I'm going to scoot my bum a little bit closer to the wall. I want to take my flat feet onto the wall, and I want to be roughly at 90-degree angles here. Now, I know it can be a little bit hard to see. We don't want to have our feet up here. So if you start there, have a look where your feet are. Tuck those toes just behind your knees, and that's going to be roughly 90 degrees there, okay? And just making sure that we're not up here, okay? So we do need to scoot that. This is a nice slippery mat. Scoot this butt right underneath those knees like so, okay? So if you've got a mirror, you can use that. Otherwise, it's just going to be getting used to position. All right, hands are down by your side. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to start by lengthening that right leg up towards the ceiling, and we're going to bring it towards us for 1. Gentle tap. This is where the control comes in, okay? It's a gentle tap. 3, 4, and we're going to hold number 5, and if you can, I want you to grab hold of it and just pull it towards you, keeping that leg as straight as you can, and then we're going to release it back. So just getting a bit of a stretch into that leg from standing exercises. And again, for other leg, 1, gentle tap. 2, you need to know where that wall is and be able to stop without your foot going through the wall. Hold it and pull. Feel that stretch. And release. Good. Let's straighten both legs up on the wall now, and I'm going to get you to flex your feet, pull those toes right back, and then turn them out and release and out. And again, 3, 4, and 5. Good. We're going to take the feet a little wider, probably about 1 and 11 o'clock, okay? And then we're going to turn them out again. 1. And I want you to feel what's happening through the hips, keeping that lower back resting on the floor or as close to as you can. 1 more. Good. Let's take it another step out. So we're sort of heading towards 10 and 2 o'clock here. And again, out, parallel, out, parallel. Feels a little different here. We're getting those inner thighs activating too. Keeping those legs long the whole time. And last one. Good. Let's bring both feet back up to the top. And we're going to bring the right leg away from the wall, and we're going to take it out. And I want you to keep those hips anchored into the floor the whole time. So one good thing about the wall Pilates is that you're able to focus on different areas, a little bit like when we've used other equipment and things, okay? So those hips need to be anchored down. I don't have to worry about my legs staying up in the air because it's got support, but I can get that focus into my lower back and pelvis.
as well. Now we're going to do 5 more with this leg, and out for 5 and 4. Tummy sinking into the floor as that leg moves away. Make sure there is nothing going on this opposite hip here. If there is, you just make your movements smaller. Last one. Bring it back in, and let's go with the other leg. Lift it away from the wall and take it out for 10 and 9. Control. We're using the inner thigh, the outer thigh, pelvic floor, and those deep core muscles. You may find it a little harder on one side than the other. That movement might not be as smooth. So again, this gives you an opportunity to be able to take some focus into getting that movement just right. Let's do 5 more. And 1. Tummy sinking. 2. And 3. And 4. And 1 more. 5. Good, and take it down. Okay, we're going to leave the heels on the floor with the legs straight like this. I'm going to take the arms down by our side. Now you can support your neck if you need to, okay? We're going to curl up and hold, and I'm going to get you to put a little pulse into the arms, unless of course you're supporting your neck. Then you can pulse through the elbows and shoulders like so, okay? So it's up to you. Breathing in through the nose, and a deep breath out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now if you're okay in this position, let's stay there, but if you want to go a little harder, we're going to take that leg just off the floor, breathing in through the nose, and then lower it out through the mouth. In. Now you can see I'm not bringing it right up to a 90-degree angle, not directly above my hips, and that's because this position is going to be working the tummy muscles a little harder than bringing that leg all the way to above the hip. So keep it a small lift off the wall as you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose. Oops, that's too high, see? In through the nose, out through the mouth, and in through the nose. Now, I didn't count. Once we get the hang of this and I don't have to talk as much, we're going to want to be counting so that we're doing 20 little sets. Good, so right now I'm going to call it, and we're going to slowly roll that spine back down onto the floor. Good, okay. Let's bend those knees again. I'm going to take the arms out to the side. I'm going to bring my feet and knees together. I'm going to turn the palms to the ceiling. And we're going to come up onto our toes and then just rock from one side to the other. So you'll get one foot starts to lift. You can still feel that big toe on the wall though. Okay, hip is lifting. So we're doing our oblique twist without going too far, okay? So just try and keep those toes, the tips of those toes on the wall the whole time as you rock from side to side. Belly button gently drawing back. If your foot's cramping like mine is, you can just relax those feet a little bit against the wall. All right, now we're not going fast because again, we want to make sure we've got that control. And even though it's a little bit easier at the fact that you're holding your legs up, you do still need to take that time to focus on other areas, okay? Which means we can do more. And people that maybe struggle to keep their legs up here are now able to do it in this position. All right, so we're going to do one more, and hopefully that'll make us roughly even. Come back to the centre and relax your feet. Good, okay. Supporting that neck now, taking the feet about a step away from each other, and we're going to curl up and back. And again, and back. Let's do 5 more, and 1 and 2. Make sure you're supporting your neck, not yanking on it. 3, 4. Hold the next one. Good, we're going to twist from one side to the other, pulling the elbow towards the floor and the other elbow trying to pull it towards the knee. Good, let's do 10. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
and 1. Come back to the center and lower the head. Let's take those arms out to the side again, legs together and back onto the tips of the toes, and we're going to do 10, 9, 8. Feel that lower back roll along the floor through the center. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center again. Good. Let's support the neck. I feel myself sliding up this mat. It's a slippery mat. All right, curling. 1. Thanks, Terry. 2, 3. Cool color. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you ready to hold? 10. And twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And lower down again. Good. Feel those tummy muscles working. If you can't feel it yet, go again. For those that want to move on, we're going to move into a bridge. So we're going to keep our feet flat on the floor to start with, hands by our side. We're going to do our pelvic tilt, and we're going to roll up, lifting those hips right up, and I'm hopefully not going to slide up along this mat. And then you're going to roll back down. Okay, good. So what you will notice with these bridges is obviously we're going to get those hips a little higher so that we can line them up from knees to shoulders. Okay, so we're going to really use that butt to lift those hips up and then roll back down and really focus on that pelvic roll there, that pelvic roll, the whole spine rolling as well as the pelvis. So we start with the pelvis, roll up the spine, up onto those shoulders, get right up there, and then roll yourself back down. Okay, I'm going to modify this exercise a little bit. You can follow if you like or stay with what you're doing. We're going to come up onto the toes and we're rolling up. Good, now we're rolling back down. Good, and again, rolling it up. Breathing in, get those hips right up, have a look what's happening. And roll it down. And a little bit more work into those legs for this one. Let's stay up on the toes. Let's take one leg off the wall. Try and bring those knees to the same place. And rolling up. Keep the knees up there. And then rolling back down. Again, rolling up. Hips. And rolling down. Changing legs. And rolling up. I can feel myself sliding along the mat. Good. The tricky bit here is because the legs are different, the hips are going to want to lift differently, and you've got to keep this side lifting as well. It's going to want to sag at the top. Good. Okay. So whichever planks bridges you liked, remember that for next time. Okay. We are going to push ourselves along the mat now so that we have straighter legs and we're up on our toes. All right. From here, we're going to support the neck and we're going to do our bike. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep that tummy sinking into the floor. We're going to try for 10 more. 2, because you get that little bit of support through the hips and the back here, having your feet on the wall. Is also why we're on our toes. Wouldn't it be awesome if I counted all the way through? Let's lower that head. Good. Let's scoot ourselves back down towards the wall a little. So I'm moving away from it. Okay. So if I have my feet flat and then I just come onto my toes. Okay. And this time I'm going to pull in and I'm going to curl up and I'm going to stretch and change. Out and in. Out and in. So I'm slowing it down a little bit as well, which is just making me think about where those legs are going, making sure that they are in straight lines. And then I get that opportunity to pull that knee towards my chest. Now you can do this with your head on the floor, okay? So if that's too much on the neck, you've always got that option too.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Give yourself a good shake out. I'm going to turn around now and so that my head is actually down at this end. Lying down on my back again. I'm going to take my hands onto the wall this time. I'll lengthen out those arms, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to take the legs to tabletop. So now I've got to use those lower back muscles a little bit more to support my legs. And we're going to press into the wall with our hands as we try and lift that bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more like this, and then I'm going to change it. So you can stay with that, or you can stretch those legs out and try and get your toes to touch the wall, and hopefully I'm not going to slide along this mat. All right, so we lift and push. And 2. Who's complaining that their legs or their feet are too small? One more like this. Good. Shake it all out. We're going to do that one again. I'm going to slip off this mat and just do it on the carpet because then I might not slide because my hands are pushing me down the mat. So hands are flat on the wall, okay? Legs back into tabletop. Choose the one you want to do. We're doing 10. You're either just coming up or you're going to stretch those legs and try and tap the wall with your toes. Are you ready? Push. 1. That's better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. Hug it in. Good job. All right, let's slip back onto that mat again. You stay where you are, just relax while I fix up my mat. Good job. Okay. You're going to stretch those legs out, give them a shake out if you need to. Okay, I am going to, actually we might roll onto our side. Come onto your side. All right. Now, I'm going to take it so that my feet are at the wall. Okay, and I'm going to press my top foot into the wall and keep my bottom leg bent. This is step 1, okay? Lift that rib cage, make sure your shoulder is above your elbow, belly button back. And we're going to push into the wall with that foot as we lift those hips. And we're going to hold, and if you need to come down, do so. Make sure the shoulders are back though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently lower. Now if that's enough for you, that's fine. For those that want to go a little harder, let's press both feet into the wall. Belly button back, think about lifting and press, holding. 9, 10, and gently down. Try not to sink into your shoulder as you come down, otherwise you're just going to hurt yourself, okay? So come down as gently as you can. Means you have to stay switched on until your hips hit the floor. Don't switch off because you're coming to the end of your movement. It's really important we finish our movements properly, okay? Really, we don't want to be switching off that core ever again, so... All right, so I'm doing it the level 1 way first. 1 foot pressing against the wall, lifting that rib cage with the elbow directly under the shoulder, shoulders back, and we press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently down, still switched on. Even here, while I'm resting and thinking about changing positions, I am still switched on, okay? Both feet, if you did that before, and again, press, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we gently come down. If you can hear that music, that is my timer telling me it's nearly time to finish. So I'm going to do one more thing with you, okay, before we finish. So give yourself a shake, relax while I turn my timer off. All right, so we're going to go back onto our back, And we're going to bring that bum nice and close to the wall. Nice and close. And we're going to take the feet up towards the ceiling. Okay, so if you're a little bit tight through the hamstrings, you might not want to get your bum right up against the wall, but if you can go for it. Okay, feet are pointed to the ceiling. Okay, I'm just trying to get a little closer. There we go. Good, we're there. All right, belly button is sinking down into the floor, and we are going to take the right leg out and up, left leg out and up. So try and follow the wall when you do it. Again, control, feel what's happening. Good. Keeping those hips anchored into the floor. Let's curl up as we do it. Now you can see those hips. Watch and make sure you stay steady. Good. All right. If you can take your foot away from the wall. Okay, so I'm just progressing it as we go. It's up to you. I'm going to progress it a little bit more. This time, keeping both feet on the floor. They're both going to move at the same time. Out and in. And out. I've got this door frame. And out. And in. Good. And this time, a little bit more. Take the feet away from the wall. And in, tap the heels and out, and in, tap the heels and out, and in, tap the heels to the wall as well, and in, out, and in, last one, out, and in, and bring those knees to your chest, hug them in, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Okay. Well, we're going to have a stretch, but that's your full wall workout for today. There's a load of other things we can do. So just let me know how you got on with those exercises, okay? And then I'm just going to scoot back a little bit. So are you, because we want to be back in roughly a tabletop position again. Okay, so yeah, let me know how you got on with those exercises. A little bit easy, a little bit hard. Did you find it better for your back? And then, you know, every now and then we can maybe throw some of those exercises in, or we can do it harder, or whatever. I'll play with it off what your feedback is, okay? All right, so it doesn't mean you'll never see it again. It doesn't mean it's all you're going to see either, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to take that right foot to the ceiling, push that heel up there, grab hold of that leg and just gently pull it towards you. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now we're trying to push through the heel, so even if your knee is not completely straight, press through that heel. That's going to give you a stretch right from that Achilles area up through the calf. You might feel it behind the knee as well, but we want to get it down into this hamstring. If you haven't got it in all of those places, don't worry, because there will be other stretches to help. And release. Okay, let's change legs up to the ceiling. Flex that foot, gently pull it in towards you and hold. Take a deep breath in and out. Keep those hips anchored into the floor here. Good, and release again. All right, let's take that first foot back up to the ceiling. I want you to circle the ankle for 5, 4, 3, 2, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's change feet and around. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. We're going to take that right foot now and place the ankle on the knee of the left. And we're going to gently press that right knee away. Now that might be enough for you. You can feel that the stretch in through the front of this hip here. Okay. Might be enough for you to just sit in this position. There's a little bit of stretch going on down in the back of that leg as well. But If we want to make it a little harder, we're going to grab hold of that other leg and just pull it towards us. Just pull it off the wall a little. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release it back to the wall, changing legs. So we're going to place the left foot on the right knee. We're going to press it away. So we're opening up that hip on the right now. Good. See if you can keep that knee pointed out to the side as you grab hold of the other leg and pull that leg towards you. And we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Good. I'm going to use the wall to press myself away. Bring the knees in so I can roll up to the top. There we go. See if you can balance. Shoulders down, belly button back. Now there is the option as well, of course, if you're one of those that struggles to balance, keep your bum just away from the wall. And there, if I rest my head. Okay, and I can think about drawing that belly button back. If it's still too much for your back and your hips, and you just take those feet back down to the floor. Good, and lower. Okay, so we do want to have our feet against the wall. Okay, we're going to sit up as tall as we can. We're going to reach for that wall. Can you reach the wall? Belly button back and sit up as tall as you can. And push, reaching for that wall. Belly button back and sitting up tall. And once more, reaching for that wall. And belly button back. Sitting up tall. Good, let's take those legs out really wide now. So we're going to have our feet against the wall still. Okay, like so. I want you to sit as tall as you can. All right, so we're going to try and walk those feet out a little bit. See if you can get a little wider. Can you do it? Going to push forward. See if you can get your head close to the wall. And hold. Good, and release. And we're going to turn ourselves around. And we're going to turn the other way. And release. We're going to gently press those legs away from the wall and our butt. Good, okay. So we're going to come up onto our knees, and of course you're going to be standing if you can't do knees. All right, we've got the wall there. We're going to take the right leg forward and do our pelvic tilt and hold. Good, changing legs, opening up that hip. Good, and release, turn and face the wall. And I'm going to hold onto the wall as I lean back. And bring it in, feel that stretching through the front of the hips. Try it again, squeeze your bum. And bring it in. Good. Okay. From here, let's get those toes against the wall. Let's place those hands onto the floor, out in front of you comfortably. And then we're going to actually bring them in close. Nope, we're going to take a... Okay, getting your toes against the wall. You're going to take your feet, these are hands. Take your hands forward. Okay, shoulders back, chest open. Push that bum to the ceiling, feet against the wall. Bum up to the ceiling. Okay, I'm going to take a step forward with my foot, bending the knees, and the other foot bending the knees. Slowly walk my hands towards my feet. My bum's going to hit the wall, so I'm just going to take a wiggle forward with my toes, but still get that bum on the wall. And let yourself hang, bums against the wall. And draw the belly button to the spine. I want you to feel that spine rolling up along the wall. Getting your head against the wall. And hold. Whew, do your hair. Okay, so we're going to stay in this position. Okay, my feet are slightly forward. So I'm leaning back onto the wall. I have my butt, my lower back pressing towards the wall, not necessarily on it. I have the center of my back and my upper back resting on the wall and the back of my head. Remember, I'm not lifting my chin, I'm tucking back. So just think about your positioning. You might find that if your neck is not quite in alignment, you still can't get that head back. But that's what we want to think about, is the nose pushing back straight through into the center, okay? From here, we're going to take those arms out. We're going to open them out nice and wide. Feel those shoulder blades moving, and release and open again. And release and open again. And release, and once more. Good, let's take them all the way up and all the way down, sliding along the wall till you get caught in your door handle. Up, all the way down, and all the way up, and all the way down. Good, let's bring those arms forward. Let's take one arm up, one down, press into position, and then back to the center, other way. And center. Trying to keep that head in the same position the whole time, and the upper back. Belly button gently sinking back. Nothing but those arms are moving. So this gives you a chance to actually feel, do I push my chest forward? Do I sink into my hips? Let's relax those arms. Good work. Okay, from here, we're going to lift those shoulders to the ears and lower them down. Now I'm just trying to keep that alignment against the wall, okay, so I can feel exactly what's going on. I'm going to drop the chin to the chest, and the shoulders are still back there on the wall. And then take the chin to the ceiling and down again. Of course, you're not going to be able to take it to the ceiling as you would before, because usually you do drop your head back. And with the wall there, we're just going to go as high as we can, then look forward. Turning the head to look over one shoulder and then the other again. We've got the back of the head sitting gently above against the wall. Back to the center, and again, no movement through those shoulders. Over again, and last one, and back to the center. Good, we're going to take a deep breath in, bringing those arms up. Going to breathe out, bring those hands to the ears. Okay, we are going to press our elbows into the wall. Oop, we forgot a step, didn't we? Because I'm doing it differently. Shoulders going to go up and down. Then we're going to press those elbows into the wall, and we're going to release, keeping those arms out by our side. Let's do that again. So arms travel along the wall, all the way up, hands to the ears, shoulders lift, elbows and shoulders still anchored to the wall. Lower them all the way down. Press the elbows into the wall. Don't let anything come away. And open up. Now that positioning there that we've just tried to set with our shoulders is really where they should be. So when I step away, that's where I should be. Okay, not lifting the chin, not letting the head sag. It should be gently in alignment. Okay, should be. But with a little bit of practice, we'll all get there. All right, shake yourself out. You're all stretched out. You're all worked out. Tell me how you got on. I know how I feel about doing a wall, and let me tell you, this is the first one I've actually physically done. So I did it with you. Okay, let me know how you got on. What did you think of it? Be honest, okay? So if you really hated it, just tell me. If you preferred it, and I know some of you are going to like the fact that it helped you keep your legs up in the air and that sort of thing, okay, share that with me. We may be able to make it harder, play with it. If you ever did my very first power bar class, you would know exactly how it was something that we all sort of developed together. Okay, so I'll come up with the ideas. You can tell me what you like and don't like about them, and then I'll try and imaginatively change them into a good exercise that suits everyone. Okay, so feedback. Anyway, you've got another workout as well, number 7 to do. You've also got 2 little 10-minute classes. One's for those triceps and shoulders, so a really good arm workout, all standing stuff. And the other one is a full standing back workout, which is another really good one for strengthening those back muscles. So check them all out, because they're not just specifically for people that have injuries and conditions, okay? They're for everyone. All right. I will speak to you all soon. Who knows where I'll be when I record my next one for you. Have a great week, have a great month, and I'll speak to you soon. See ya.